All right, so today we're going deep, yeah, into toxic relationships.
Okay.
But we're not, just talking about like the surface level stuff, like the little arguments or whatever.
Right.
This is like the deep psychological and emotional
Impacts,
yeah.
long-term impact.
Long-term impacts that can really mess you up. So we found this YouTube video. It's called
Okay.
Toxic Relationship, all caps.
Got it.
And then it has these hashtags, podcasts, my vlogs, videos, YouTube, and relationship facts.
Okay.
And it's from the Maria tutorial channel.
Oh, right.
So we're going to break this down and see what we can learn.
Let's get into it.
So this video, it starts out by talking about this feeling of anxiety and fear that people in toxic relationships have.
Okay.
And they describe it as like walking on eggshells all the time.
Constantly on edge.
Yes, constantly on edge.
Yeah.
Never knowing when something bad is going to happen. So like, how does that affect you mentally?
Well, think about it, right? You're in a situation where your body's like, okay, I need to be ready to fight or flight all the time because I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So, your body is constantly releasing these stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, all this stuff.
Right.
And after a while, that starts to really wear on you. And so, you're anxious all the time. You can't sleep. You can't focus. You can't relax.
And then it can even...
And even worse, it can actually change the way your brain works.
Really?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, so it makes you even more sensitive.
Wow.
To anything that seems like a threat, even if it's not really a threat.
Oh, wow.
So it's like your brain is constantly on high alert.
Oh, that's awful.
It is. Yeah, it's not good.
It's like your internal alarm system is just broken.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And then the video talks about this like erosion of self-worth.
Yes.
That can happen in these relationships.
Yeah.
And so how does that work? Like, is it always obvious?
No, it's not always obvious. Not like someone's coming in and just like screaming at you, you're worthless all the time.
Right, right.
Although that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
It's often a lot more subtle.
Okay.
It's like these little digs here and there. Maybe they give you a compliment.
Right.
But it's actually kind of a backhanded compliment.
Okay.
Or, they kind of downplay your accomplishments. They make you feel like you're not really that good at anything.
Wow.
And they call that negging.
Negging.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
I haven't heard of that, but it makes total sense.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're trying to
make you dependent on them.
Okay.
So you need their approval.
Okay.
All the time.
And then you start to
question your own judgment and your own abilities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that must just like crush your self-esteem.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. So could that even lead to...
Oh, absolutely.
Like depression?
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, right? You're constantly being criticized.
Yeah.
You're being told that you're not good enough. Maybe they're even gaslighting you. Which is basically where they're...
Yeah, what's gaslighting?
It's where they're twisting reality to make you doubt your own sanity.
Oh, wow.
So
they're like making you question.
Yeah, they're making you question.
Like what's real. And
what's real, what's not real.
And what's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you just start to feel hopeless.
Right.
You start to feel like nothing you do is ever going to be good enough. And that can definitely lead to depression.
Yeah. That's like
the definition of depression.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you lose your motivation, you lose your energy.
You lose your spark.
Yeah, your spark.
Yeah.
And the video also mentions this overwhelming feeling of guilt and shame.
Yes.
And I feel like that's because...
Well, because toxic people... Yeah. They're really good at shifting the blame.
Yes.
Even when it's clearly their fault. They will find a way to make it your fault.
Yeah.
And
so
they'll twist things around. They'll play the victim. They might even threaten to hurt themselves.
Oh, wow.
If you don't do what they want.
Gee.
That's
awful.
Yeah, it's really manipulative. And so then you start to feel...
You're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Even though you're not.
Right.
You know? And that can be really damaging.
Yeah. And I feel like...
It's your self-esteem.
This all kind of ties into the next thing they mentioned, which is isolation.
Like they're trying to...
They want to isolate you.
Yeah, they want to isolate you from your...
From everyone else.
Friends, your family.
Yeah, from anyone.
Even your colleagues.
Yeah, who might support you.
Right.
Or give you a different perspective.
Right. So how do they do that?
Well, they might start by just kind of
discouraging
you from seeing certain people.
Okay.
They'll say... Oh, I don't really like your friend so-and-so, or, you know, your family's always so dramatic. I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it might escalate to actually criticizing those people.
Okay.
You know, saying bad things about them.
Right.
Maybe even trying to sabotage your relationships with them.
Wow.
You know?
And so they're doing all this to make you dependent.
Exactly.
On them.
Yeah, they want you to be completely reliant on them.
So no one can contradict their narrative.
Yeah. For emotional support, for practical support.
So they're basically making...
For financial support.
Their own little world.
Yeah, they want...
Where they can control everything.
Yeah.
And then there's this thing that they mentioned, which is the
emotional roller coaster.
Emotional roller coaster, yeah.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah, you never know what to expect. If it's going to be 1 minute, they're happy and loving.
Right.
The next minute, they're screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
You know? And it's exhausting. How does that affect you, like, mentally?
Well, it's like your brain is constantly on edge, trying to figure out what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
You know? You're always walking on eggshells.
Right.
You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that can really wear you down.
So you're constantly in that.
You're constantly in that.
Fight
or flight mode.
And that can't be healthy.
It's not healthy at all. No, and then they talk about PTSD as being like a...
Yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
It's not...
Consequence.
It's not something that people usually associate
right.
with relationships.
Yeah, it's usually like...
You know, they think about...
War or
natural disaster.
Right, some sort of like...
Yeah, some kind of major trauma.
Yeah, major trauma.
Right, but the truth is that psychological trauma can be just as damaging as physical trauma.
Right.
You know, and when you're in a toxic relationship, you're constantly being subjected to that kind of trauma.
To those threats.
Yeah, to the threats, to the manipulation, the abuse. You know, and so
that can definitely lead to PTSD.
You can get PTSD from a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And what are some of the...
Well, some of the symptoms are things like flashbacks.
Okay.
Nightmares.
Yeah.
Anxiety. Hypervigilance.
Emotional numbness.
Wow.
Difficulty trusting others.
And so this is all really serious stuff.
It is, yeah. It's not something to take lightly.
No.
Yeah.
And the last thing they mentioned in this video is this loss of identity.
Yes.
That can happen.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
So
you basically start to lose sight of who you are.
Yeah, like you don't even know
what you want, what you believe in.
Who you are anymore.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Well, it happens gradually.
Okay.
You know, they're constantly telling you what to think, how to feel, what to do.
Right.
They're criticizing you for expressing your own needs and opinions and desires.
Right.
And so you just start to silence those parts of yourself. You know, you start to conform.
You just become what they want you to be.
Yeah. You become what they want you to be.
Yeah.
And it can be really hard to get back to your true self after that.
So what did we learn today? I mean...
Well, we've learned...
What are the key takeaways?
That toxic relationships are really serious.
Yeah.
They're not just bad for your mood. They can have a serious impact on your mental and emotional health.
And they're not.
And they're more common.
Always obvious.
Than you might think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not always obvious, you know. It's not always like big blowout fights and, you know, physical abuse.
Right. It can be very subtle.
It can be very subtle, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's important to pay attention to the signs.
Like, how do you know?
How you feel, you know, do you feel safe?
Right.
Do you feel respected? Do you feel like you can be yourself?
Yeah,
you know?
around this person.
Yeah, if the answer is no,
then
that's a big red flag.
So if you're listening and you think you might be in...
You think you might be in a toxic relationship.
What can you do?
Well, first of all, know that you're not alone.
Okay.
This is something that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's not your fault.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are things you can do.
Okay.
You can start by setting boundaries.
Okay.
You know, even small boundaries at first.
Like what?
Like maybe you start saying no to things that you don't want to do.
Right.
Or you start spending more time with people who make you feel good.
Okay.
You know?
And it's important to...
And it's important to reach out for support.
Reach out for support to your friends.
And talk to your friends, your family.
Yeah.
Maybe even a therapist.
Yeah.
You know someone who can help you process what's going on and develop some strategies
for dealing
with it.
Because this is something that can really affect your
You're
age.
going to have a long-term impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't want to stay in a relationship
Yeah.
that's hurting you?
You deserve to be happy.
You deserve to be happy.
You deserve to be with someone.
Yes.
Who loves you and respects you.
And treats you well.
And treats you well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been really eye-opening.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
Yeah, and I think for our listeners, it's important to think about, like, have you ever been in a relationship
where you felt like
you
were losing yourself?
Yeah, like
you weren't yourself.
And like,
what'd you do about it?
What did you do about it, and what can you do about it?
Yeah.
If you're in a situation like that now,
exactly.
It's a lot to think about, but I hope this deep dive has been helpful.
I hope so too.
And that you can take this information
and
use it to improve your life.
Absolutely.
And your relationships.
Yeah.
And your mental and emotional health.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
So, thank you for listening.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.